What is he on?
White Sox.
Oh, White Sox guy would be happy to hear that. If
Yeah,
they do
cool.
Who is in the? Are they the best record right now? That's well hit. Come on, Dylan, get it.
Ooh, it says we're live.
Yeah.
Do we have sound?
There's sound going.
And we have audio?
The green bar means sound going.
What up, everybody? Happy Friday. It is Fast Talk episode, insert number here, Friday, May 14th, 2021. We're coming in live from the White Eagle Tavern at from Fast Talk Studios at the White Eagle Tavern, drinking this beautiful 805.
Yeah, so
if you want to know it's good.
Get on the talk. We are officially on the talk. That's what the kids call it.
Not Fast Talk, TikTok.
The kids call
Fast
it the talk.
On TikTok.
Be safe, come on. So we're gonna do beer reviews going forward. Beer review summer 2021.
We're gonna drink 1,000 different beers.
Oh, we should catalog. So we're at 3.
We're at 3.
We're gonna do
997
Our goal is 1,000. Yeah, that's good. That's a goal right there.
That's feasible, right?
Well, if we do,
I think we drink a lot of beer between you and me. I think that's fine.
that's 3 beers for a year. It's like 3 beers a day for a year. Or 6 beers a day for half the year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. All right, we're going to
We
try.
don't want to spoil anything, so go to the talk to watch it. What's the @
Fast Talk Podcast.
Search like hashtags, because I heard that's the way to get found on the talk.
Yeah.
Hashtag craft beer, hashtag tasting, hashtag drunk. Just search hashtag drunk. We're good.
And if it doesn't work, Fast Talk Podcast. 805 Cerveza.
Maybe Bears guy will want to. Bears / White Sox / Blackhawks guy will want to try.
Yeah.
So
He's the guy that turned me on to the 805.
So we're live. We're lots of stuff because it's been almost a fucking month.
It has been a while since we.
So we got
podcasted.
NFL schedules come out, NHL playoffs ready to roll. We're into the baseball season. Aces.
WNBA season started today.
Oh, there you go.
Sabrina had a nice game.
That's about. I don't know what else is in. We got Hall of Fame ceremony tomorrow. So
Tim Duncan.
yeah, this really sucks because
Kevin
I said
Garnett.
the one thing I was gonna do in my life was go to Tim Duncan's Hall of Fame, and then I got all fucked up with COVID, and then I sort of forgot about it, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh hey, we're doing this," and I was like, "Well, I'm fucked to go to this." So.
And it's like $10,000 a ticket right now.
Manu, Tony, going to yours, I guess.
And
Sorry,
the truth, Paul Pierce, I'll be there.
Tim. I mean, this is a dope one though. You couldn't ask this because this is a top 3 Hall of Fame class right here. This is Kobe, Tim, and KG.
Yeah, 11 championships between the 3 guys.
My favorite player of all time.
And my favoriteest, most intense guy of all time. I love Kevin Garnett.
And Kobe.
I'll
So.
never. Yeah.
Should be cool. I'm going to watch the fuck out of it tomorrow night, of course. Well, no. I'm going to watch the fuck out of Tim Duncan's part tomorrow night. I'll probably watch KG. I think his speech will be good. I know his speech will be more entertaining than Timmy's. Timmy ain't going to be here. He ain't here to entertain with his speech.
No, he's not.
His speech should literally be the elbow shot that he banks in. That should be his speech. Just go up there, bank shot in. Good night, everybody. Thanks for your votes. That's it. That's Tim Duncan, man.
Yeah.
Make the bank from the corner there. Maybe block a shot.
5 rings. I mean, that was Tim Duncan, champion.
I'm hoping Pop says something. I'm hoping Pop's there and Pop speaks and Pop says something. I heard Jordan's doing Kobe's speech, which I feel like if it's anything like Jordan's Hall of Fame speech, you're in for something interesting.
Well, I mean, Kobe's is going to be interesting, one way or another. Who's doing for KG?
No, they can give their own.
Oh.
Those two can give their own. They're alive.
Oh, yeah,
You mean the
okay.
presenter?
Like,
I don't know who's presenting.
Yeah,
I bet,
that's what I mean.
If I had to put, I don't know nothing. I'm gonna take a guess on who I think. I feel like it's gonna be Bruce Bowen. that's going to present Tim. It just seems like that's what it should be. Bruce Bowen, for some reason, that's who I feel like should present Tim Duncan. And Shaq should present Kobe. I think Shaq should present Kobe. Or Phil Jackson.
I think Phil Jackson's
the truth should present KG.
But the Truth's not a Hall of Famer yet.
He doesn't need to be.
He will be soon, and I'll be there. Promise you, Truth. I promise. Love that guy. I love the Truth. You know what I love about him the most? He hates LeBron. I mean, how can you not love a guy that hates LeBron?
Truth on that. Truth
Yeah.
on that.
Nice. So if you're
So
wondering
many
why
others.
I'm clean shaven, it's because the NHL season is over and the playoffs have started and I have to grow my playoff beard. But I'm one of those guys that grows a playoff beard from scratch. A lot of people are like, "Oh, hey, look at my playoff beard," and it's like down to here. And I'm like, "Well, that you didn't grow that in 3 weeks, fucker. I don't care if you're fucking ingesting Miracle Grow. You didn't grow that in 3 weeks. That's a regular season beard that you just didn't shave." It's the shit we deal with in Vegas. People are stupid.
It's way too hot now to have that beard thing. I have not. I thought I'd do it Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's a different schools of thought. Like, started on the day the playoffs start. I always start mine on the day the regular season ends. Other people start on the day they clinch the playoffs, and whatever, whatever works for you, as long as you're starting it clean, That's the key to me. Don't start with a
This
full
has to
face
go.
of hair.
Yeah, this has to go before the game on Sunday.
You
Absolutely.
Gotta be clean.
Not that big a deal. Totally on the wrong page. That's what happens when
We'll
you
get into the
do a beer.
playoffs in a minute, but let's talk about the football schedule first. It came out the other day, and did you put your Raiders tickets up for sale?
I was gonna say, so it's so weird now because it was always like I only cared about our schedule. Like, who are we playing? Broncos playing. Who are we playing? Look at it, and immediately like, what are the home games? Okay, we have shit home games this year. There's not a good one. The only good one, maybe, I text my mom because we always go to Denver. Baltimore on October 4th is an okay home game. But we play the NFC East, and so at Dallas, so fuck. Can't go to that one. And then we're at Washington, I think, too. I would go to the Washington football team game.
Oh, so you get the Philadelphia Eagles. And
You have reason to see them, I don't.
fudge me.
So
I
I'm
didn't
looking
even think of my
just to-
boy
just to
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And
I normally look at that, and I'm like, all right,
best
and then you
friend
go through it, and
Devontae
you're like,
Smith.
win, loss, win, 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 win. I mean, you go win, 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 win. I'm practical. I know we ain't winning at Kansas City.
Yeah, but there
Unless
was
Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback. We'll get into that.
But the thing
later.
is, there was a time where we went win, 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 win. So, like, it's feasible for me to say that. Like, nobody else has ever done that before in a 16-game season.
Who's your starter?
Mac Jones.
Has that been cemented in?
Yeah, did you lose a game last year? Let me ask you that.
No, we did not.
He did not. So, isn't it feasible to say a guy who was quarterback in an undefeated season is going to win every game again? I mean, when was the last time Mac Jones lost a game? He lost to the...
I don't know.
I mean, we're not playing the Tigers this year. Oh, shit, do we play Joe Burrow?
Cincinnati? We play Cincinnati.
I think... I don't think the Patriots play Cincinnati.
Nolan
Maybe
Arenado
they
was
do.
on with the bases loaded and 1 out. So you got Cardinals Padres going.
Donnie Orsillo. I love you, Donnie.
If I had no housework and shit to do, I'd probably drive to San Diego tomorrow.
By the way, I Googled Don Orsillo's daughters.
Nice. So anyway, yeah, I pick wins, I pick losses, I go through. Now, though, being a season ticket holder for the enemy, I got to go through that and look at the games. So the Bears home game already sold. You're welcome, Bears guy.
Mine is sold. as well.
What else they got at home?
My Dolphins game is sold.
I think then they're at Dallas and they're at the Giants. So it's no.
No, we have
Is the Philly game here? Philly in Washington, or is it Philly in Philly in New York?
Yeah, no, I think it's
No,
Philly.
I think it's Philly and New York are the games that are here.
It's definitely Philly.
And Arenado strikes out. God damn it.
Because the
Oh,
Philly
no, you
game
got a
is
foul tip.
expensive.
He's still
The
alive.
Philly game is expensive. I put it online for a lot of money.
Well, I wish the Dallas game was here. You know how much we could get for that?
Do you think I can DM Jalen Hurts and see if he wants to go drinking?
With a shot.
No, I'm not talking like the day
We just
before the game.
Invite everybody. Every athlete is now officially forever and always invited to the White Eagle Tavern. So, I was trying to get them to come last night and watch the Colorado LA game.
I'm gonna slide into Jalen Hurts' DMs.
Like I had all the Golden Knights. I was like, come to White Eagle Tavern to watch the Colorado LA game. Let's figure out who we're gonna play, Minnesota or get through the whole. Fuck, it's a double play. Beat it out. Nope. Fuck.
I was at the Silver Knights and it was so funny. Like at the beginning, like Bojo, you know Bojo.
Mhm.
Bojo was like, "Hey everybody, guess what? Score from Colorado, LA 1, Avalanche 0." And he did not announce the score for the rest of the game.
I looked it up. It was 1-1, and I'm like, all right. And then I looked it up again, and it was 5-1, and I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Second seed it is. So yeah, they blew it in that game with 15. We'll get to it. Keep flipping seeds
That was
on me here. Anyway, yeah. So I've got these. I'm selling every game except for. Oh no, I got the Miami here, which I told a friend.
That's funny. That's
Could
what I
go.
did too. Yeah, Miami, which kind of sucks because I would like to go see Tua, but I think I'm going to Arizona.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
that
No,
day.
he's coming with me. I'm gonna go to the Miami game. So, first game, mom and dad, Miami game, and then Denver game. So I'm only selling 5, I guess. Well, no, Bears guy gets 1. I'm only selling 4.
I put 5 up. Plus, we have the Seattle preseason game,
But
which I offered to
You
George,
got this.
but George doesn't
we got
want.
this. So Mark Davis, if you watching this, I need you to fix this because I know you can. We can't sell that BYU Arizona game. It's not for
No,
resale.
you can now.
Oh shit! You fixed it. Thanks, Mark. If that was you, I appreciate it. So yeah, okay, we can sell the view. I mean, I bought that shit with full intention of selling it. I don't give a fuck about BYU versus Arizona.
Also, Mark Davis.
You're the man.
You're the man. I love you, man. Thanks for giving us the Aces tickets free. Can I say how much I appreciate the free Aces tickets? Like, somebody asked me. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody said to me the other day because I was wearing my night stuff, and they're like, "Hey, are you a Raider fan too?" And I'm like, I'm not a on the field Raider fan, but I am an off the field Raider fan. Like, Mark Davis has been awesome for the city of Las Vegas. I'm proud to
He's
say,
making it difficult to dislike them.
yeah,
I won't lie.
exactly. I'm proud to say that he is an owner and a welcome member of Las Vegas. I really like him.
Definitely a welcome member of the Las Vegas community.
He
for
is
sure.
He has done nothing but good things since the Raiders announced that they are moving to Vegas and moved to
Yeah, Bill
moved here.
Foley, take note,
Yeah, Bill Foley.
dick.
Also, Oakland A's management, take note.
Hey, yeah, sell to Mark Davis.
I was just gonna say, what if they sold to Mark Davis and then you could build a stadium right next to? Oh, fucking A, that'd be so awesome. Nah,
I like the A's. The A's are one of my favorite AL teams, so I would quite welcome them to here for sure.
The A's to me are
The only team I enjoyed going and seeing in when I was living in the Bay Area were the A's. Couldn't afford the Warriors. Couldn't afford the A's. Couldn't afford the Giants, but win anyway
You're
sometimes.
the only person I ever say they enjoyed going to see games at the Coliseum.
I'm not saying that. I'm just
Okay.
saying I enjoyed. Well, yeah, no, I'm saying I enjoyed watching. I don't know. Half the time I'm walking around the concourse.
That place is a really crappy place. It's kind of sad, that the A's are gonna end up being forced to leave Oakland, but the city and the state are not going to come to a deal on the stadium, and it's unfortunate because Oakland will have lost 3 major professional teams in 5 years, and that sucks. Where do you think the A's will end up?
here.
No, I don't think they're coming to Vegas. You know where I think they're going to end up is Vancouver.
Montreal is still starved for a franchise, right? Since the
Yeah,
Expos.
I don't think it'll end up in Montreal. Like, the reason I say that is because that would require
Realignment.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to realign.
If you're going to give me a West Coast, I have to pick a Pacific time zone.
Because Manfred has talked about doing a Eastern Conference and Western Conference instead of AL and NL, but I don't think they'll do that unless they have 32
What about
teams.
Salt Lake?
No, because the Sunday thing with the Mormons. You know, like, if they play Sunday games, they're going to have 2 people there.
I could see Salt Lake.
To me, it's either Portland or Vancouver.
Portland, yeah. I could
The,
see
on-
Portland.
the only
too.
other thing I could see is Sacramento is a stretch.
No, because you have the same people. It's the same people.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like an hour and a half away. So it's not. It's still keeping your fan base. It's just.
I don't mind Portland. Well, it's not up to me, but
No, I think Portland would be a great pick. I mean, Portland does a fantastic job supporting the Warriors, and I mean the
Blazers.
Timbers.
and Timbers.
I said Warriors. Yeah, I meant the Blazers. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I apologize. See, if we had a fucking person, they would correct me on that stuff.
Google
yeah.
entity.
Yeah, but
Any Hooser. Yeah. So. Yeah, looking at the Raiders schedule, pretty cool for some games to sell. Interesting that in this year I've got friends that seem to want all the tickets, and who knows when we'll play the Dolphins and the Bears again.
right.
So
Hey, you know, Dolphins and the Raiders are likely going to be third place opponents for a while.
you guys play NFC South.
Yeah. So the number one ticket is the Bucks coming to New England. Even Brady sent a tweet out about it, and he's like, the tweet was something like, when you introduce your high school friends to your college friends. And I was like, F you, dude.
Brady, it's more like it's like you're. I don't even know.
But those tickets are going for 1,000 or more.
Yeah,
apiece.
I saw that 1,300 or something.
That's nuts, and you know, it's like, hey, New England, we've all seen Brady play before. I mean, you've seen him, I've seen him. Look, I used to love the guy with all my heart,
You'll love him again
and
once he retires.
I will love him again once he retires. Yeah, but he's a bad guy now, and like, whatever.
There's an article I read today that's talking about like no one's got it made more. Like he's got a niece that is playing softball for UCLA, and all she does is like hit dingers and shit.
Yeah, well, they're good.
That's that Brady gene, I guess.
It's yeah. I mean,
So yeah, so you got South. So Carolina's easy. New Orleans sucks again because no Drew Brees. Who knows what Atlanta's doing? I think all our NFC East are winnable because the Giants suck.
I think Jalen Hurts
Washington.
might take his team to go undefeated.
I don't have anyone to throw the ball to. When did
Dude.
Jalen Waddle now?
They drafted a
Waddle or Smith?
one of them.
You get
I
them
think they
confused.
drafted Smith and Miami drafted Waddle. Both of those guys were reunited with Bama QBs. And, well, Mac Jones will be...
Hey, wait till Mechie comes out next year.
I was going to say Mac Jones will be reunited with an Alabama wide receiver when we trade for the guy, his namesake, Julio. No, look, you think I'm joking. You're laughing here.
No, I saw a trade to Tennessee. So
Julio's coming to the Pats, baby.
I saw a trade to Tennessee.
Julio
That was
is-
the one that I saw. I saw Tennessee.
Julio is going to be in New England, and he's going to call Jules
You
and
can
be like,
have
hey,
him
can I wear number 11?
because I don't want a 32-year-old injury-prone receiver.
I want Julio. Julio, Mac, Dante, Anthony, Christian, Damian, damn. Roll Pats. Roll Pats, roll. Roll Pats, roll, baby. Roll Pats, roll. Yeah, we're gonna be singing "Sweet Home Foxborough."
I mean, I think
all day long.
I feel like we're on the up and up now because we drafted 2 guys in the first round back to back now. Alabama,
So did the Raiders have done it for 2
Judy,
years.
Judy, and now Surtain.
Yeah.
So and like I don't get these Bronco fans that are like upset that we took Surtain. Like we legit took the best defensive player in the draft.
Every Broncos fan I know said you guys should draft either Surtain or the other kid from
J.C. Horn
from Virginia Tech or whatever.
Oh, Caleb something.
And it was
Or Joe Horn's kid who got drafted the spot before Surtain did.
Yeah.
Because to Carolina.
And but like Surtain was the first name on every Bronco fan I know's radar, and I don't know if you guys were just playing to me because you know I'm an Alabama guy.
No, who else do you know besides me?
The guy I work with is a Broncos fan.
You said Surtain too?
He did, yeah.
So 100% of the Broncos fans you know wanted Surtain.
Yeah.
0% of the ones you knew wanted Justin Fields. Yet 100%, no, not yet. Half Broncos fans are pissed off because they wanted Justin Fields.
Every Broncos fan wanted to draft a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
That I know.
And you know why? Because every
did.
Broncos fan you know is probably convinced that we're going to get Aaron Rodgers.
No, this was way before even any of that.
Yeah, before any. I even said I wanted Surtain way before any of that.
Yeah. This goes way back.
But now I stand by we're going to get Aaron Rodgers. So
if you guys get Aaron Rodgers, that totally messes up the AFC West
and the NFC North.
I mean, the problem with Aaron Rodgers though is that he is the most overrated quarterback in the history of
can't win.
And then
gets the championship and then blows it.
And then Peyton Manning is going to be like, "Oh, dude, you have to make commercials with me." And then he's going to be like, "Oh, man."
You know what's funny is
State Farm.
I follow the Instagrams, and Peyton did a whole thing where he's our intern for a day. And he did all this stuff, and it's like, this is a man that was a Colt for, what, 13 years?
Something like
14?
that.
16? It was a Bronco for 4, and yet he always, now post-retirement, he seems more affiliated with us than he does Suck Diakrapolis.
Because they ditched him.
I'm like, unless he just hates Jim Irsay and loves John Elway or
How
something.
can you not hate Jim Irsay? Jim Irsay is a piece of crap.
You got the bases loaded with nobody out.
Hashtag IMHO.
It's just kind of funny.
It is actually. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that. I didn't watch it, but I saw a link to it online, and I thought it's kind of funny that Peyton is still doing things with the Broncos, even though he spent the majority of his career with the Colts. But he had all those record-breaking years. I mean, except for that year he broke the record for interceptions with the Broncos. You know, all those. And that Super Bowl he went to. I mean, he literally went to a Super Bowl 50% of the time.
50% of the time.
I mean, who else can say that? Shit, Brady can say he went to the Super Bowl 100% of the time with the Bucks.
Even if he doesn't make it next year, it's still 50%
I'm talking
of the time.
minimum 4 years, minimum 4 years with the team. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like Rodgers comes to Denver. It's like, dude, 4 years you're here. You better make the Super Bowl twice.
But yeah, and they retired his jersey for like 4 years. Come on. Celtics haven't put a number 5 up, and we retire everybody's jersey. I'm just saying.
Let's think. We get Rodgers though. You can't argue that the Broncos have had the greatest set of quarterbacks.
You've had a bunch of guys that got pissed off with their original teams. Elway, Manning, Royers. I mean, like, even Elway got pissed off with his original team.
He did.
You know, he was like, "Fuck you, Colts. I'm not playing for you. I'll go play for the Yankees." That's why I don't like John Elway, because he was a Yankee.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll give you that.
I don't know if I ever told you this. I was at a bar trivia one night, and one of the questions was like a long thing, but it ended up ultimately the question was what team originally drafted
John
Elway. And I was like, baseball or football? And the guy goes, "I know you know them both. Put whatever one you want." I'm like, all right, fuck the Yankees.
That's the deck we sat on, I think, watching that shit.
Yeah, it is, but we were over that way.
This guy with Tony Gwynn jersey.
Hey, if I were a Padres fan, I would wear a Tony Gwynn jersey. You guys want to hear a funny story? Pete and I one day were like going to a Padres game, Padres and Cardinals, just like this one that we're watching. And I hadn't seen him in a couple months. I was meeting him at San Diego, and I'm just walking down the street, and I had chosen to wear a Padres jersey just kind of like to piss him off. And he's like, "Hey, fuck you and the Padres." And I was turning around. I'm like, "What? Who the fuck is gonna say that to me?" And it was Pete. But yeah, that was fun. I just did it just to see if I would get a reaction from him.
And ain't even the weirdest thing that happened that day.
No, not even close.
Fuck you, Belching Beaver.
That Hard Rock Cafe breakfast that we had though with the
7 mimosas or whatever they had to start out the fucking day.
Eggs Benedict I had was pretty good. Eggs Benedict. I love that ballpark in that area though.
Yeah,
Really
everyone
good
likes
job.
to speculate now. You're like, oh, hey, this team's going to go this, and this team's going to go this now. And it's like, we don't even know the final rosters yet. We're in May. Free agency ain't over. Rodgers hasn't been traded yet.
I don't think he's gonna get traded. I think he'll sit out.
I think the Packers might be stubborn and say, yeah, fuck you, retire. He might have to Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Then we got to roll with Bridgewater.
Well, I think what will happen is somebody's gonna he'll start the season.
He won't play.
Doing nothing.
I've knowing Rodgers, like I've seen. I don't know him, but he will not play.
He's
will,
a
he will go.
dickhead.
He's a dick.
He's a giant dickhead.
He is a dick, and I think he'll go host Jeopardy, and say fuck you. I will retire.
And I think what will end up happening is somebody's QB will get hurt. And they will call Green Bay and say, look, it's week 3, it's week 4, it's week 5, whatever week it is. Give us Rodgers. And we'll give you our first round pick. Or
Here's the thing: they already missed out on the best draft pick that we're gonna have, if we get him. Like 9.
Yeah.
Now you get Rodgers, you're in the late 20s for the next 4 years. So it's not like first round picks are really.
Yeah.
Unless you take your first round pick with Denver's first round pick, Green Bay, and you package it to move up.
Yeah. Well, now
But
I
you
think
moved up and you got your quarterback that you love. So, okay. Now, Devontae Adams, I've heard, is super pissed now, too, because he doesn't want to catch balls from anyone but Rodgers. And we'll gladly welcome you if you want to take a huge pay cut. Like, we got Sutton and Judy, Noah Fant. We're good. Sorry, Devontae, but we're good. Unless you want to come play for free. Then we'll welcome you. Please don't be a Grand Slam.
No, it's can of corn. Yeah, I agree with you. I think
That's the thing that I think is alluring about Denver to him. It's like, I got this Sutton guy that can catch everything within his radius. This Judy kid that can run routes like nobody's business. Noah Fant.
yeah. And he had, I guess San Francisco was on his list. Obviously, they're off
Kittle,
now.
bro. And yeah, Kittle, and then that's all I know on their roster. I don't, George Kittle's
they
enough
just
to
drafted-
want you to get to San Francisco.
But they drafted a QB and they got Jimmy Garoppolo. So they're out. I mean, and what was it? San Francisco.
San Francisco, Vegas, and Denver. That's it.
I was gonna say Oakland.
He wants to play on the West Coast, and he wanted to play for San Fran, but they were like, nope, you're going to the AFC if we trade you, I think is what it was.
I mean, I understand that. That makes sense. That hit him.
That did not hit him. That's cocksucker.
He didn't try to move, but yeah, I think I would trade him to the AFC too if I were Green Bay. But when it comes down to it,
That didn't hit him.
didn't look like it on that replay. Oh yeah, you can see the pants move. But Green Bay was stupid to not move him on draft day. They should have moved him on draft day. Got the top pick. You're not gonna get, like you said, you're not gonna get as good a pick possible for him.
You should have
Right.
moved him to San Fran and taken that number 3. Is what you should have done.
God damn! Imagine who they got. Jordan Love.
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Jordan Love, and then you get like Devontae Smith
You
or
take
something.
you take the No, you take that pick, and then you move back from somebody that wanted that kid from North Dakota.
Oh yeah.
So you trade him for San Fran's pick, and then you trade back. You get 2 first-rounders. Clearly, he doesn't know how to Belichick.
No. Well, that's the problem with the Packers, and it has been for years and years and years. They're so full of themselves.
They're like, hey, we drafted this guy, drafted this guy, drafted this guy.
Yeah, and it's
they're
like,
so good about they're sucking their own dicks about homegrown talent.
Exactly. We got 53 guys on our roster. 51 of them we drafted. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you win games with free agents or not. You know, you're gonna. What matters is if you win the Super Bowl. If you went out and bought those fucking guys, so who cares?
Our Super Bowl roster: Peyton Manning, free agent; Emmanuel Sanders, free agent; DeMarcus Ware, free agent; Aqib. Yeah, safeties were fucking T.J. Ward. Yeah, it was all free agents, and I'm fine with that. I could give a shit.
Right.
Even before that, Howard Griffith was a free agent. Now we drafted T.D. Elway was a draft pick. Mark Schlereth was a free agent.
Elway was not a draft pick. Elway was a
trade.
Colts draft pick. We remember that.
Schlereth was a trade, or a free agent or something like that.
Was Romanowski on those teams?
Romanowski was a free agent that we signed. Yeah. So, like, I could care less if we draft you or sign you. I could give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just stupid petty pride. Like, oh, we're so good at drafting.
And it's stupid because you look at Green Bay over the past few years. They've had a Hall of Fame quarterback for 25 years right now, and they have won 2 Super Bowls. 2. Now compare that to New England that had a Hall of Fame quarterback for 20 years and won how many Super Bowls? 6. They went to fucking 9. I mean, come on. That shows ineptitude on the part of the Green Bay Packers.
Someone people would argue coaching.
Wow. No, because you look at Holmgren.
Holmgren was a great coach.
Holmgren was a great coach, and he went to Seattle and took them to a Super Bowl.
No, that was Pete Carroll.
No, Holmgren against...
to a Super Bowl. Yeah, against Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And they got screwed. They got royally screwed.
Seattle, that might be the only Super Bowl I'll ever root for you in.
I rooted for them in 48. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's fine.
No disrespect. It's just I don't like Peyton.
Well, there's no... I mean, no. If you play Kansas City or L.A., I'll root for you, Seattle. Or the Pittsburgh, because I hate them.
Yeah, hey, who doesn't? Antoine. And who's their other coach?
Tomlin?
They had all these mics. No,
Seattle?
Yeah. No, Green Bay.
Sherman. Mike Sherman.
I don't know what he done.
McCarthy.
McCarthy's in Dallas now.
He's in Dallas now.
And they had to be determined what he does
GBD.
in Dallas. You know, they got
You
Dak.
know Bill Parcells, though.
Ain't nobody Bill Parcells. He took 2 teams to the Super Bowl and another one to an AFC Championship. Haha, Jets suck.
Hey, I like the guy they signed, Salah.
Mo Salah.
I don't like
Mohamed Salah.
I don't like the kid they drafted. I don't think he's gonna do well.
Who did they draft?
The kid from BYU,
Oh yeah, they're stupid.
Zach Wilson.
They should have kept.
I think Fields is gonna do well. I know Trevor Lawrence is gonna do well.
You know,
as well as one can do in Jacksonville.
Oh.
Hey, David Garrard did well in Jacksonville.
It's sort of like Bortles. You know, Jacksonville's just always. They're not good enough to get there.
David Garrard had a really good Jacksonville team.
Who was their quarterback that they went to the AFC Championship with?
Leftwich.
No.
David Garrard then.
No.
Leftwich or Gerard or Mark Burdell.
No, in like 3 years ago.
Jacksonville?
Yeah.
That was Bortles.
That was like Bortles. Bortles. You know how they yell Duval?
The boat.
I learned what that's about. That's the county name. We're gonna talk about this though. Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah, that's a good
We're
transition.
gonna talk about Tebow.
You know me, I'm the huge Tebow guy.
Hey, former Patriot. I can't hate him. and former New York Mets minor league farmhand.
I'm a big Tebow guy. I'm gonna root for him. I might actually watch Jacksonville games to see what he does.
You know, to me the
So-
interesting part about that whole thing is Tebow for all these years. I'm not going to be a tight end. I want to be a quarterback. I want to be a quarterback. I'm going to be a QB.
And
I'm
it's
going
so
to be a
funny.
QB.
It's like he's a QB. He wants to throw. Right? He's got a horrible release. He won. He just wins. You know. And he went to the baseball and he hits dingers occasionally, and all this stuff and like tight end. But no one ever asked the question that you need to ask. Can he catch? Has anyone ever seen him catch?
No. Well,
Yeah.
well, there's one guy that has, and it's his coach in Jacksonville.
Urban Meyer.
Urban fucking Meyer. Urban Meyer.
I
Urban
don't
Meyer
know if
knows.
Tebow can catch the football. So
And it's funny. I think I don't think Tim Tebow signs anywhere if it's not Urban Meyer.
oh, no, of course not.
Urban Meyer's the right situation for him. He knows that he's coming to a great quarterback.
You know why you hired? You know
Trevor
why you
Lawrence?
signed Tim Tebow? You signed Tim Tebow for your locker room.
Well, and the publicity,
You get
and to take the media pressure away from Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, and if that
And
if,
they
if
got Travis
all it-
Etienne too.
If all it does is take the media pressure away from Trevor Lawrence, then I think it's a W for Jacksonville.
Exactly.
Now I'm neutral on Jacksonville. I got no hate, no love. So I like Trevor Lawrence. I don't think we play them, so I'm good.
I don't dislike Trevor Lawrence. Let me rephrase that. I respect Trevor Lawrence. I'm not a fan of Trevor Lawrence. As a football player, he's an awesome football player. I love what he does. I just don't like that he does it against my teams.
I think the quarterback I'm most interested to see though is going to be Fields in Chicago.
Not Mac Jones.
Nope.
The quarterback that was drafted this year that I'm most interested to see is Mac Jones.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but like
I mean, he was my
I
favorite.
just assume that Belichick will be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna assume they go 11-5 at the worst.
Yeah, that's fair. At the worst, probably.
You
I'm
got-
thinking, like, what do you think? Like 15-1.
I had to look at your schedule again.
We play in Houston, so that's why I'm saying 15-1. We cannot win in Houston unless it's a Super Bowl, and even then, it has to be on the last play of the game.
I gotta look at the schedule. I don't think you can beat Buffalo twice. You gotta beat Buffalo twice.
Why wouldn't we be? Did that game end at a tie? New York won, Baltimore won final.
Maybe it got called. Cubs won.
How did a baseball game end in a tie? How did that happen? Hold on.
Roger, this is why we need another Google entity. Oh, Yachty got a hold of that one. There we go, baby. That's a double, even with his slow ass. Get to second.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Jesus, he barely made that.
It's 93 degrees out right now.
I love it. This is why I love Las Vegas. I'm telling you, man.
I love
I could literally
Las
just take a
Vegas.
few steps back and backflip into this pool, and it would be fine.
Yeah, but we can't do that now. Hold up. I gotta pick this board.
Let's get to these nights postseason before we run out of time here.
Pete, we got all
I feel
day.
like we're gonna talk forever.
Who was the game? Baltimore and what? In New York?
Yeah.
Hold up. It was 5-4.
Well, I don't know.
I knew that actually because Corey Klub is on the fantasy team. It said 1-1. Like, I kid you not, guys. If you're watching live or if you're watching on YouTube, it said 1-1 on the thing. Final, and I'm like, that's why I'm all confused. That game didn't end in a tie. No, this is baseball. There were no ties. There were extra innings with men on second and all that stuff. You know what I'm hooked on now?
That was part of the survey that I got sent from Major League Baseball.
Oh, I hate that
Where
shit.
they were like, "Do you like that rule?" And I go, "No, I hate that rule.
Yeah, me too.
Despise that rule."
Hate that rule.
They're like,
I
"You
like
want
it in the minors. I don't mind it in the minors, but I hate it in the majors.
I also said I didn't want the DH in the National League.
I agree with you too. Yeah.
I want my pitchers to hit. But yeah,
Like
so,
Shohei
yeah, well, he's in the AL.
and my boy Inoa.
So yeah,
In,
it'll be cool.
Atlanta.
Like, I mean, we're still months away from the NFL season, so who knows what's gonna happen? Reuters needs to get his way to Denver.
Mac Jones needs to hand the ball to Damian Harris. Do you know Mac Jones and like Damian Harris are like BFFs?
They are now. I
No,
would
they were
assume.
before. They were before. And I'm like, he was like, yeah, he was doing his interview with the Boston media, and he's like, yeah, me and Damian are like BFFs. He didn't say that. That was like my
I guarantee
interpretation
you,
of it.
you're gonna take Mechie
Oh, that'd be awesome.
next year.
Yeah, when do you think John Mechie will be picked? Do you think
It
he's
depends
like a
on the
third
season he
rounder?
has next year.
Well, obviously he's gonna be awesome.
He's their go-to. He's gonna be a number one next year.
Did Miller Forrestall sign anywhere? I don't know if he got drafted. I really should know this stuff.
I don't even know who the Bama QB is next year.
Bryce Young.
Oh, that's right, the 5-star kid.
Miller Forrest. Oh, Miller Forrestall signed with Tennessee. Shit, he gets to go play with Mike Vrabel.
I
Damn.
mean, that's a good place to sign.
Yeah, it is because they
Lost.
Tennessee lost their tight end. You know who else has a Bama tight end? Minnesota Vikings. Irv Smith. Sorry. I mean, the Bama players everywhere, all over the league. You guys drafted him 2 straight years. Broncos drafted him 3 straight years. Patriots drafted him 2 straight rounds.
We did take a Texas safety, which made me happy.
Yeah, that was good. What about your boy Sammy Ellinger?
Hey, R.A.P. dude.
Mourning
The
is the
poor one
loss
out
of his
for
brother.
yeah,
Poor little out.
yeah. A little bit. That sucks to see. He's 20 years old, man. Who knows what the fuck happened there?
Sammy Ellinger's brother.
So we're the 2 seed going against Minnesota.
Yeah. We didn't win the President's Trophy.
What I didn't want. Okay, no, I'm happy we didn't win the President's Trophy.
Right. I agree. But I'm also sad we have to play Minnesota. So
the
it's
one
like a
team I
double-edged
didn't wanna
sword.
play. You know, I said that like going a million times. I'm like, I want to. If we can avoid the 2 seed, then we don't have to play because now we're gonna have to play both Minnesota and Colorado.
Unless Sacramento loses.
Well, maybe Ryan O'Reilly gets hot. Maybe Bennington finds that.
But do you want to
postseason.
play? Who would you like? Assuming we get by Minnesota, which is a big assumption, and you don't want to make assumptions because you look like an ass and the amp will shun you. Will Smith.
I would rather play Colorado than St. Louis. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'd rather play Suck Lewis. And this is coming from a dude whose team got their butts kicked by Suck Lewis a couple years ago in the Stanley Cup Final.
I think we. I don't know. We've been playing better against St. Louis of late.
That's it. That's the thing. Is like Suck Lewis is vulnerable, and it seems like every game we play against Sacramento is 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, 3-2.
Well, the thing is, you need to figure out. Well, first of all, we need to avoid Thatcher Demko at all costs, which I think will be all right, because Vancouver's not in it.
Vancouver didn't make the playoffs, yeah. So which is kind of sad because.
And then Andre Kudovin also, we avoid him because Dallas is not in the playoffs.
They're like the first Stanley Cup final team to not make
And
the
then
playoffs
so
in like
Grubauer has
20
done.
years.
He did well in the last game against us. I don't feel like he's really been doing well against us. I don't think we've really gone against Bennington. We've never gone against them in a series. We've never gone against Colorado in a series. We've never gone against Minnesota in a series. So
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. There's only 2 Pacific Division teams who made the playoffs at all. Us and Edmonton. And I think this is like an interesting situation because we can't beat Minnesota.
Can't beat Minnesota.
But I know Pete DeBoer has made it very clear to these guys, like, nobody gives a shit if we've never beat Minnesota before.
I give a shit.
No, but those guys on the ice don't give a shit.
This is the one team I didn't want to play. The one team I didn't want to play in the playoffs.
But do you think they don't care?
Now we're gonna have to play them.
Remember, this is what I texted you last night, guys. I texted him
How
last
many
night.
dudes are on that team?
Welcome to
Who was on that
Impossible.
team? Okay, Carlson, Schmidt, Riley, Carlson, Marchie Smith. Brady McNabb's on that team. Shea Theodore was on that team. Fleury. Is that it?
Is that it? That's not it.
Tuck.
Chandler Stevenson was on that ice.
Chandler Stevenson
He was on that ice. He was on that ice. It counts.
7 dudes were on that team. White Cloud wasn't on that team. Nick Hague wasn't on that team. Alec Martinez was not on that team. Petrangelo was not on that team. Stone, Pacioretty, Stevenson, not on that team.
Tuck? You say
I said Tuck. I said Tuck.
Tuck was on that team.
Revo was
on that team.
Carrier was on that team.
Carrier was on that. Nosek
was on that team. That gets a 10.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Google guy. What the fuck? I'm trying to find a Google guy.
18 Vegas roster?
Yeah. Hold up. I'm just going to look at this year's roster. See, the thing is, it defaults to the Bruins. So I have to go to
I think that's it.
Roster. Team.
And then, the big question is going to be, who are you going with in the net? I know who I'm going with.
Who are you going with?
Fleury.
Yeah, me too.
All the way.
All day. It's
Leonard shouldn't see the ice, in my opinion.
Oh, see, I think you got to put Leonard.
No, Fleury. Right. I am going to ride with
Carrier, Carlson.
See, I need a keg camera that's on the keg while we refill.
Yeah, just fill me up too.
The mic picks me up, I'm sure.
But Kolasar was on the roster, though, right?
Yeah, to turn down the pressure on this thing. Well, that second.
Damn, it is pretty amazing to think there's only a handful of dudes. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised it's 10.
In 4 years. All right, gentlemen, we need to beat the Wild. What is it? It ain't about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can.
It's not about how hard you can hit it. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep getting back.
And keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Yeah, Rocky. That's how winning is done. That's Rocky. Is it Rocky V?
That's the new one. That's the Apollo Creed ones, I think, with Michael B. Jordan.
No, I think it's Rocky V. It's the one with his son.
The funny thing is, I couldn't tell you another matchup. I know St. Louis plays Colorado.
Bruins play
the Capitals, right?
Capitals, yeah.
That's the only ones that I know.
Montreal and Sacramento.
I know Toronto's the 1 seed.
Yeah.
In the Scotia North. Got to make sure to say the sponsor.
In the Scotia North, yeah. And then Edmonton and Suckapeg. That's kind of an interesting matchup. I have, confession, I have not watched a single game from the Scotia North Division all year.
I've watched Edmonton. I have not watched Winnipeg.
You know who's on the Winnipeg team?
Stastny.
Paul Stastny, former Knights. Yeah. I think I'm going to root for Winnipeg.
I'll root for Winnipeg.
For Stastny. Yeah, that's my boy, former guy. He recently played in his 1,000th career game, and they made a nice little thing for him. It was in the NHL Shield, and it was a 1,000, but in each of the numbers, the 1000, were all numbers from teams he played for. So the one was the Winnipeg, and then there was a Colorado 0, and a Vegas 0, and a St. Louis 0.
I couldn't tell you the team he played for.
St. Louis, the Blues. The Blues.
Who's the 1 seed? Pittsburgh in the East, right? Mass Mutual East. Is that am I right on the sponsor?
Is it Pittsburgh? Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds right.
Couldn't tell you who the 4 is.
Pittsburgh.
I think it's Carolina, Nashville.
It's Pittsburgh, Washington, Boston Bruins, and
Philly? No.
New York Islanders.
Islanders. Yeah, Islanders. Yeah. Islanders Penguins. I'll watch that. Yeah, pretty sure it's Nashville, Carolina, and then Florida and Tampa.
Oh, that's a fun one. That is a really fun one.
I watched the fuck out of Florida, Tampa, Florida, whatever.
Yeah, Tampa is in
So
Florida.
and then when it breaks down to it, it's and then you've got finals in each division. So us versus Colorado,
Assuming.
and then I'm gonna assume the Islanders versus the Bruins,
Let's hope.
and I'm gonna go.
We have a hard time with Washington.
I'm gonna go. Toronto loses. They suck. They're gonna blow it.
Fucking right. And that means
Montreal beats them.
Montreal filled with former Knights. Fucking Nick Suzuki,
Merrill?
John Merrill, Thomas Tatarasauce.
You don't like that guy.
We don't like him. We don't like John Merrill either.
You got nothing but love. I got nothing but love for John Merrill.
Nothing but love for you, baby. His stick is right over there.
In the closet.
Pete bought his stick.
Yeah, I think Montreal beats Toronto. I think Edmonton beats. Ooh, Edmonton, Montreal though for my Scotia North.
I'm taking.
Think about the
Edmonton.
Central though.
Edmonton.
You've got
That's Edmonton all day.
Carolina, Nashville. I think that's a sweep.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And then
Florida,
probably-
Tampa goes 6.
That's Florida.
Tampa.
Tampa, yeah. Tampa. Actually, yeah, Tampa.
I just don't think Tampa comes out. I guess I'll go Edmonton, Tampa, Bruins,
Thanks, appreciate it.
Knights.
I'm gonna go Knights, Bruins.
We make it out
Stanley
of
Cup
whoever
final.
wins. I'm gonna go whoever wins the West. I'll say it here. Whoever wins the Honda West wins the whole thing. Be it Colorado or Vegas.
I agree with you. Hopefully not Minnesota. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break right now. Yeah.
Word from our sponsor.
Now we're ready for our sponsor.
Well, we don't have a sponsor. We would love a sponsor. Maybe one of these beer companies that we do reviews for. Give us a sponsor of some sort. Be it Avery, 805, Firestone Walker. Or, sorry, Firestone Walker does make the 805. It's my bad. Shiner, I'm from Texas, so Shiner, if you want to sponsor our podcast, we will feature nothing but Shiner beer the entire time, and it will be a good thing. But until that moment, we will drink beers other than Shiner. So just throwing it out there. If you want to be a sponsor, it's fine. But yeah, White Eagle Tavern. Please, anyone watching, feel free, come in. My casa is your casa. We will take care of you, and we don't do food. Food that's a whole bag of cats, bag of worms, bag of cats, whatever the fuck you say. But food is tough. But drinks all day. I mean, who knows if I even need the liquor license? As long as it's not documented. Whatever. I used to go to bars in Belize that were the backyard of somebody's house. So
I've been to plenty of backyard bars.
we gotta figure out how to do food.
Like nachos?
The kitchen's there, but like, come up with a menu of some sort.
Cheese fries? Chili cheese fries? Western bacon cheeseburger?
I need a deep fryer for that shit.
Maybe like some hot dogs,
That's an easy do.
giant wieners. Oh,
Be cool to
I
have, like,
bring
a
one of
hot
those with
dog
me every
machine.
time. Oh yeah, like a little roller, and we just slap some wieners on that thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. A hot dog kicker.
Have
Cooker.
Hey, who wants a wiener? Grab a wiener. Grab a wiener. Wiener's on the roller. Grab a wiener. Oh, I can't find a wiener. There's one in my pants. Because I gotta make it gross.
Well, we talked Rogers, we talked all that. We got a WNBA. What you got? You're my expert.
All I know is that the WNBA season started today. And the Aces start another day.
When's their first home game?
Like the 7/21. Aces start tomorrow. Aces start tomorrow in Seattle.
Oh, that's right. I think it's a big deal. I think
At
it's
noon.
on ESPN.
Like with Stewie and
Yeah,
Susie.
no, I'll put it on the TV.
Right there.
I'll be
yeah.
putting my floor down. Put it on the TV. Asia, let's do it.
Angel McCaughtry is out for the
totally
season.
forgot. So, you watch this. I need you to come into the studio, Asia, and hang out with the kids.
I'll remind you on the day I go to my. Oh shit! You gotta get tickets because me and Doug are going.
No, I mean it's gonna happen. Like I'll get her to come into the studio. Hopefully, sometime soon we can reach out. I mean, it's not an issue to get people in now, so
Does she rap?
she will.
Nice.
But Tina's coming on Thursday, so this will be a good thing.
Tina does not rap. She cellos.
Tina cellos.
She's a cellist.
So yeah, we're really excited. I'm really excited to have her come in and hang out with the kids and
Oh, I know.
and meet them.
I know.
I'm gonna record her.
It's a good thing
playing
the
on a
girlfriend's
track.
upstairs. Yeah, we're gonna like cello it up. Like I'm even gonna show up for this because I watched Tina play on the YouTube. What time does this start?
She should be there at 1:30
What day?
Thursday.
Alright.
I got a back door.
Yeah, so is she.
She knocked on the back door. I'm excited. All right, so
Do you think she can? I'll print out a YouTube and she'll sign it for me.
pronounce something.
Do. So she does like the Pirates of the Caribbean music, which is
And
like
Wonder Woman.
well, I don't think that's as good as Pirates of the Caribbean, in my humble opinion.
I'll let her know.
Pirates of the Caribbean is fucking awesome.
That's all Hans Zimmer. I don't think he did the Wonder Woman.
He may not have.
But
Let's
yeah,
see if I can
so
find her.
I think that's enough sports. I did not put in your top 5, so I'm gonna live edit this. whilst I'm
Live
there.
editing. I type in Pirates of the Caribbean, and you know what I get? Backstreet Boys.
Really?
I want it that way.
Yeah,
Tell
so
me
you can
why.
live edit your.
Number 1 is it's Lager
So
Pilsner.
we were doing the beer. We were in top 5 now. We were doing the beer testing clearly because I'm feeling it beforehand.
Yeah.
And we were struggling trying to come up with a top 5, so we said types of beer. So types of beer is going to be our top 5. I will start as Pirates goes. We were good for copyright until this moment.
Oh, forgot about that.
We're already fucked. Even if 2 seconds of it plays.
They won't know. Well, no. See if Tina can sign over the rights.
I'll be sure to ask. Ah, shit.
No, like just be like, hey, we were playing you on our podcast, and YouTube shut us
I'll
down.
tell her we're playing you on our podcast. Oh, okay. So my number 5 beer is a brown ale. So typical brown ale, Newcastle, I think is what most people default to. I was
Newcastle's
big
good.
into Newcastle in my early 20s. Like that was my shit. And you know, come to find out as I get a little bit older and you drink a bunch of Newcastle, that Newcastle hangover, it's nothing fun to deal with. So
See, that means you're not taking enough vitamins. They fixed it 5 to 4.
I did not enjoy the Newcastle hangovers. They were no fun. So I stepped away from the Newcastle. And I moved on to different. But, I mean, there's other browns that are good. There's that hazelnut from Rogue. That's
Have I
really
had
good.
that? No, I
there
don't
was
think
one
I have.
time I went to Yard House and I ordered it. And I ordered the yard of hazelnut by mistake. So I had a beer this tall.
Why in the hell would you do
It was
that?
Yard House, a yard of beer. I didn't realize what I was getting. I think I was like 22 at the time.
That's 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be warm by the time you finish
Yeah,
it.
no, that was the rookie mistake.
Especially a dark beer.
It's a rookie mistake. But yeah, I mean, I still hit the brown ale occasionally. That dude's bat broke. I think the bat would further than the ball. I like the brown ales. I do. I also like, let's say hazelnut liqueur. I can't even think of it.
Amaretto. No. That's almond. Di Serono. Di Serono.
Frangelico. That's the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, brown ales, man. You make my top 5. So that's my 5.
What was mine?
I don't know.
I think my 5 was a red.
Yep, pretty sure you're right.
Like, Red Trolley and Smittix.
So you got
Oh my god.
no particular reason why you like the Reds?
I like the Reds. I just, like, even the old Aces Ale was a red that they used to sell up in,
I dig a red. Like Killian's Irish
Okay,
Red. I used to remember
Killian's
drinking
is
that a
good-
little bit. It was
yeah.
pretty good. That Carl Strauss, Red Trolley is fantastic.
But-
It's a really good beer.
the thing about, like, a good red
You know,
is
we're watching San Diego. They're in San Diego, so
Yeah.
give them a shout out.
you get a good flavorful beer that's not bitter. It's not always hopsy. It's just a good balance, a good taste. Yeah.
What's your 4?
My 4 is a Bach. Not Bach.
I'm gonna put it in Bach.
Put in Bach. Yeah. Coming up on the next Fast Talk, top 5 composers. Bach, Beethoven, and Schubert. Like a Shiner Bach, one of my favorite beers
There
of
we
all
go.
time. A little more flavorful.
I think
about
I
the
used
same
to like
color.
that box. Like I was big into the Shiner box and other box that I had seen because I'm like, oh hey, it's Shiner Bock. I like Shiner Bock, so I will enjoy all the box. But they've gotten too sweet for me now. That's the thing. And like I love Shiner Bock, but I don't really like search out the box anymore.
Yeah, to me, it's a good, tasty beer. You can drink it with food, or you can drink it on its own. It's just enjoyable.
My 4 is a lager, which is your typical Mexican lagers that I enjoy. Your Modelos, your Pacificos, your Coronas.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis is another lager, like mostly on the Mexican variety, apparently. They're good,
Yeah,
solid.
right?
Just enjoy them. No particular like really good taste. They're just low APV that you can drink all day. I can't think of really you have that Boston lager, but I don't really like associate that with these.
Yeah,
beers.
yeah, I agree with you. Boston Lager is a little bit heavier than the Mexican styles.
But solid beer. Like been drinking it for a while now. We live in Vegas where it gets really hot most of the time, so stick with the lagers that are really good. Rolling right into my number 3, which is a Pilsner, which is basically your default Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite. All those are considered Pilsner beers, which are really solid. I will say the one thing about Pilsners and lagers, as someone that has brewed beer and made beer in the past, that they're the most difficult beers to make because what you're looking for in Pilsners and lagers is the clarity of the beer.
Uh-huh.
And so you really have to filter and filter and filter and filter and filter in order to get the beer that you're looking for. They're also bottom fermenting beers as opposed to top fermenting beers, which is, I don't want to get into beer making on here, so
I'm interested.
it's literally what it sounds like: top fermenting versus bottom fermenting. So you want all your shit at the bottom with a bottom fermenting beer. You want all your shit at the top for a top fermenting beer while it's aging.
By your shit, do you mean the beer?
No, all the shit that
The
you've
drink?
put into it.
Or like all the... Okay.
extra shit, the shit that you're gonna filter out.
See, I've never actually brewed my own beer. I've just consumed quite a bit.
But so Pilsner and people throw Pilsner and lagers in together. They're two completely different styles of beer. They look similar, two completely different styles. I'm pretty sure this Big Wave is a lager, which is what I poured off my tap. So, what's your 3?
My 3 is the same as your 2, and it's a stout. Yeah, I like a good dark beer. Like we had this earlier, the vanilla bean stout.
Well, we'll just move into that and
Stouts-
make my 2 as well, then, as if it's your 3.
Yeah, I mean, you get a good taste with them. They're not the best just drinking beers.
Some of them can be pretty heavy, yeah. You've got those Guinnesses that literally feel like a meal while you're drinking them.
Right.
It's a total opposite kind of beer for a lot of people because it's so malt driven, not hop driven, and a lot of people when they have beers like want to taste the hops, and hops is like this big main characteristic of beer. When you get to a stout, it's complete opposite because you want these roasted, almost burnt malts that you're throwing in your beer where it's just so either you pick a characteristic like chocolate or coffee or vanilla, or you do barrel aged like what we've got here where you're aging your stout in a whiskey barrel. So all you're doing is hoping that the whiskey that's soaked up in the barrel wood soaks into your beer.
Like to me, the thing with a stout is when I find somebody who's not a beer drinker, I will give them a stout per se because it doesn't have that same particular style or taste as a Pilsner or lager or even an IPA would. This is something that is going to have a flavor, like you said, a chocolate or a coffee or something like that, that will relate to them and give them that flavor, something that they can connect to.
Definitely the most flavorful. Always dark, right? Always black or something of that nature.
And like you said, they're, like a lot of times they're heavy. Like this one we were drinking is 10.5% alcohol. Wow, that's high.
Because they barrel age it.
Yeah,
Guinness is literally 4.2.
Yeah, and like I was gonna say is they'll have a reputation of being heavier, but they're not always a heavier beer. Like you said, the Guinness is 4% alcohol, and you can drink a lot of them, and it'll go down nice and smooth and easy.
Then you have things like the special edition Bourbon County Stout that Goose Island
I like a good Goose
comes
Island.
out with.
I'm a Honker's Ale kind of guy. Honk. It has a big old duck on the tap handle.
I'm a big stout guy, so that's why it's my number 2. There's only one beer higher than a stout on my list, so.
Yeah, because you were a psychopath.
Yeah, well, what's your 2?
My 2 is a Pilsner. For basically the same reasons you said Pilsner for your 3. We could have gone either way for that. But yeah, like nice, easy drinking beers you can drink a lot of, drink to get drunk. They're refreshing.
You don't drink a Pilsner, do you?
They're not. Yeah, well, okay. You're not drinking to get.
You
can
go
drink
for
a lot
longevity here. Sitting on your boat all day, put down a 12-pack of Coors Light,
and
Miller Lite.
Yeah, toss those back and enjoy it. Not always the most flavorful, but certainly something you can
Do the job.
do the job. Get you wasted after a lot.
A lot.
6 will do it in 6 hours.
What's your 1?
My 1 is a lager because I'm an American, and lagers are American style beers mostly. And then like
All the lagers that I love are Mexican.
You threw all the Mexican styles down, and don't get me wrong, I love Dos Equis. Don't get Dos Equis lager with a lime, squeeze that in.
Modelo, all the way from
Yeah. I like a Dos Equis amber as well. You don't get a lot of ambers around here.
You really don't.
But yeah, a lager is just a traditional American alcoholic, nice bright gold beer, and tastes good. Does the trick. I like it.
Tastes good. My one is IPA.
He's
Now,
a psychopath.
yes, you argue that's a psychopath. so
Psychopath. IPAs are just too bitter for me.
They're very hoppy, very hop forward, super bitter. Their IBUs are always high for our beer brewers that know what I'm talking about. I am a huge IPA guy. I love them very much. The cool thing about IPAs, you've got single IPAs, triple IPAs, double IPAs. You've even got quads.
Yeah.
And you've also got pale ales. Now, that's a whole different thing. A pale ale is... You could throw it in there. Now, the I stands for India. India Pale Ale. And it originated from when the British would be on their trade routes to India.
Like the East India Tea
East
Company?
India Trading Company, yep.
Yeah.
And so the India Pale Ales is the beers that would last until they got there.
Well, if the beers lasted all the way, that means they're not doing a good enough job drinking.
Drinking it, yeah.
There's a lot of long time on the sea
Yeah,
there.
I'm huge on the IPAs. I feel like because most brewers, home brewers, make IPAs because they're very easy to make. They are. They're very easy to make. You don't have to do a really good job filtering. You really don't have to do a good job brewing. As long as you've got hop flavor in there and some alcohol, most people are content with what you've made. So a lot of the craft brew craze that has come of late, I'd say over the last decade or so, all of those breweries sort of lead. Avery's got tons of IPAs. All of those breweries lead with an IPA typically, unless they're like a sour exclusive brewery. No one of those craft breweries come out and they're like, bro, I've got the greatest like Pilsner ever. Like, no one does that.
Fair enough. Even when 7.5 dropped, when they came out with the
Shiver Giver.
no, what was the first one? Training Day. It was a very IPA-ish.
It was a beer that was hopped
Yeah.
after brew, and that's called dry hopping. So you throw in the hops in after the brewing process.
Not to be confused with dry humping.
But yeah, I mean, I love IPAs. I really do. And so the only beers I've ever made in my life are IPAs, and they're just good. And yeah, if I'm a psychopath, then I'm a psychopath, and just love IPAs. So I'll leave it at that.
Psychopath. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. That's fine. I don't judge.
Okay.
I mean, I might have called you a psychopath like 35 times, but I don't judge.
But hey, come to White Eagle Tavern. Try anything. We're gonna have tons of beer stuff. We're working on the food.
Yeah, we're gonna get a grill and start cooking
We
wieners.
got the TV going.
Hot
We'll
wieners.
watch whatever we want. We'll get some Golden Knights here. I think they'll come hang out.
We're gonna have quahog clams on my hat. This is the Fighting Quahog's hat, by the way.
We'll try to do more podcasts from here. We got time.
Yep, absolutely.
So we'll see what this Minnesota series brings us. Hopefully we'll make it through.
That's the plan.
We got
That's the plan.
power rankings. We're top 3. Sox, and Cardinals. So hopefully that continues. I know White Sox guy was big on that. He texted me. He texted you.
Yeah, White Sox guy was all over that. He texted me again when the White Sox moved ahead of the Red Sox. Psh, I'm like, that ain't gonna last
He
long.
said you didn't respond, and I was like, he's probably working. And he's like, nah, let me have my victory. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
That was right. Yeah, I was probably working. Wait, no,
But
I
yeah,
did respond.
so
Wait till Sale comes back.
I don't know. We might come live from a playoff game. Who knows? More beer reviews to come, though. Remember, though, follow the talk. Nice. Here we go. First and third. Follow the talk. We're going to do beer reviews all the freaking time. So, please, when breweries get word of this, I don't know how they're going to get a hold of us.
Just slide into our DMs and we'll send
slide
you
into
our
the talk
address.
DMs and I'll send you my address if you want to send beers to be reviewed.
White Eagle Tavern at Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah.
All right. Go Knights, go.